Embrace me, my sweet embrace, will you come to
Hey kids, what time is it? It's howdy doody time. It's howdy doody time. Bob Smith and howdy do. Say howdy do to you. Let's give a rousing cheer, 'cause howdy doody's here. It's time to start the show. So kids, let's go. Yay!
Don't touch that dial, folks. This is not the Howdy Doody Show, but it's another edition of Moviehouse Productions short attention span releases. We're brought to you today by a panel, so get ready to brusha. Today, we're going to bring you two programs for the price of one. Our special guest is Jackie Strauss, and we are continuing our old Philly neighborhood series. Jackie grew up in the Ogontz neighborhood, and she'll bring back some great memories for us. And Jackie's going to bring us her special piano playing talents to us, our fans, her fans, by sharing vintage TV tunes and commercials. Good afternoon, Jackie. How you doing?
I'm great, Rick. Thank you. How are you?
Doing okay. And Jackie, I want to thank you for opening my eyes. I always thought of Ogontz as part of West Oak Lane or Germantown, but it's really a distinct community. Where is Ogontz located?
Well, you're not alone, Rick, because I think everyone who lived there thought it was West Oak Lane. And I didn't find out that it was called actually Ogontz until I ran a reunion from the neighborhood. And that's what it said, that the boundaries were from Broad Street to the east and Olney to the south, Worcester to the west, and Stenton Avenue to the north.
Long live Ogontz. Jackie, where did you live in Ogontz?
I lived at 5939 Ogontz Avenue, just at Champloss, three stores down over my dad's hardware store.
And when did you live in Ogontz?
I lived there from birth till 1953, when our family moved to Mount Airy.
Now, tell us a bit about your family and especially your dad and his hardware store.
Oh, absolutely. I loved the hardware store because I loved my dad so much, and I loved working there with him. When I had time in the summers, I would help him, and sometimes on weekends, and especially during the holiday season. And that was the most fun for me because my dad carried all the accoutrements of Christmas. And it was very exciting seeing all the ornaments and the tinsel. We had everything on just one block that you didn't need to go to any stores outside of where we were. It started at Widener Place with a deli, Nate's Deli, and then the fish and produce store. And what I loved about that place was they had a big tank filled with water and carp for the holidays. The carp were bought by women who wanted to make gefilte fish.
Now, for those of our viewers who don't know, what is gefilte fish?
Gefilte fish, it's made from fish, carp, and other white fishes, I believe. It's just kind of ground up fish with vegetables and usually packed into the skin of the fish if you make it, on your own. But usually you buy it in a jar these days.
Right, that's a lot easier. When my non-Jewish friends ask me what is gefilte fish, I tell them it's a fish hamburger. And
Yeah, that's a good
that
description.
usually satisfies them. A
Mhm.
really special place on Ogontz Avenue was the Ogontz Theater.
The Ogontz Theater was just 1 block away up Ogontz, and all the Saturday matinees, I was there every Saturday with my friends, and it was great to be able to walk there. Parents didn't have to take you there. You just walked on your own. It was so different then. It was perfectly safe. And there was a little store right next to the theater called the Trick Shop.
Uh-huh.
And they sold all kinds of interesting magic tricks that you could learn if you were interested in that. And I remember buying a Jacob's ladder there. Do you know what a Jacob's ladder is, Rick?
Explain for our audience, as Ricky Ricardo would say. Explain.
Well, it's actually pieces of wood that are kind of strung together so that they alternate when you hold them up and move it. It kind of goes click, clack, click, clack all the way down to the bottom. And I went there from kindergarten to 5th grade when we moved away. When we had recess, we had this wonderful little old lady, and she probably was younger than you and I are now, but she looked like one of these Damon Runyon characters, and she had a wagon filled with all kinds of penny candy, and she would go outside the schoolyard and stand just outside the fence, and we would hand her our money, and she would, you know, put the candy through the fence, everything from pretzel sticks for a penny to uh, wax lips and the candy that was just little dots of sugar on paper. Yeah.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Brush up, brush up. Here's the new iPad. It's a brand new toothpaste, dandy for your teeth.
Jackie, tell us about your days on radio's Remember When.
Remember when? Oh, yeah. That was a wonderful part of my life. That was when I was a co-host on Saturday nights on WPHT 1210 AM with Steve Ross and Jimmy Murray. And the three of us just accepted calls from callers every week. They couldn't wait till we even started the show. Our board would be lit up with callers who wanted to talk about their memories of growing up in Philadelphia or wherever they grew up. And it was just so much fun. It was funny. It wasn't musical to any degree, but it was certainly a lot of fun talk. And Steve was a terrific host, and Jimmy was wonderful. And I added what I could when I could. And I've never had so much fun.
And I will tell you, Jackie, that Steve Ross was a neighbor of mine growing up on Souter Street
Oh,
in
I
the
know that.
Northeast. Yes, and we refer to each other by our addresses. I
I
was
know.
6645 and Steve was 6629. So forever after, I'm 45 and Steve is 29. You bring your special musical talents to mainline school night. What goes on in your classes?
Oh, that's so much fun. I actually have given the title to my class because it's kind of an offshoot of Remember When. It's all memories, all good old days, all TV show theme songs, old commercial jingles, and movie theme songs. And I call the class, "Hey kids, what time is it?" Because if you know the answer, you should come to my class. If you don't know the answer, you're too young.
And howdy doody. Jackie, we're going to conclude our broadcast by you playing a theme very important to you from Frontier Playhouse. Why was that program so special to Jackie Strauss?
Well, because it represented 6 o'clock. to me and our family. Howdy Doody was on television from 5:30 till 6 o'clock every weekday. And at 6 o'clock, the TV got turned off. Number one, because it was a cowboy show, and neither my sister nor I was interested in cowboy shows, and because Daddy came up from the store for dinner. So that's why it was special to me, and I'll never forget the theme song from that.
Jackie, thanks for being with us, and we'll fade off the air with a little bit of Frontier Playhouse. Be well. This is Rick Spector from Moviehouse Productions. Take care, Jackie.
Thank you. You too.